Hello again. Today I've got a game to show you called Cycles of Moss. This is the first set called Swords and Tomes, released just a couple of days ago, and the first people to have supported it are finally starting to get their product. I am lucky enough to be one of the first people to get a hold of it. I thought it would be fun to do an unboxing, show you kind of what you get, what cards look like, what I got, and just see what it all looks like. So Cycles of Moss is kind of an extension of the card engine that is Triple Triad. You'll recognize it quite a bit if you're playing the game. If you've played Triple Triad before, from Final Fantasy 8, 9, 14, etc. On mobile, whatever, there's a ton of ways to play that now. But this starts at that. It's a 9-card grid. Just like Triple Triad, you've got a 5-card hand, just like the same. Every card has numbers, and you try to beat your opponent's number to flip their card over. The person with the most cards at the end of the round is the winner. So at its core, that is very similar to that game. But this game gets a little bit more unique in its complexities of deck building, as well as each of the numbers actually has an effect as well. So like 1s do something, 2s do something different, 3s do something else. So there's a lot more strategy in it than I think there is in like standard Triple Triad. So there's enough difference in it to not just feel like, oh, I just bought Triple Triad again. It still feels like you're getting something new, which is awesome. The game is made by an artist, Tim, and the designer, Trace. Tim created all of the art for the game. It's beautiful. It's one of the reasons I decided to support it. And Trace, I have interacted with personally a bunch of times. He's a great guy. I haven't interacted with Tim directly, but I imagine he's great to be he's involved in the project. I imagine he's probably great too. But without further ado, let's get into what I got. So I bought 2 of the starter set, which gives you a bunch of packs, a playmat, and you get a box to hold your cards, a promo, and 2 dice. The dice are cool. They come in a little bag. They are sparkly, glittery dice, which is cool. I bought 2, so I've got 2 sets of the dice. You also get 20 penny sleeves in the bag that everything comes in, just to sleeve your cards up. Because at its core, it kind of starts as the same mechanics as Triple Triad. Your cards have to flip over, so they have the same art on both sides. One side's kind of red, one side's kind of blue. And to make sure that you and your opponent know whose cards are whose, they gave you these sleeves that you could write on. You could put your initials on or something to kind of make it a little easier. When we've been kind of play testing on our end, we've been using clear matte dragon shields and putting the matte side on the side that's not our card. So that's made it pretty easy to keep track of. But without further ado, let's dig into the packs. I've got a few to open here, so just let's see what we get. First off, I'm going to take a look at the promo that's included. Inside this, you get a little rule sheet. As you can see, like I mentioned, you've got the kind of stats that Triple Triad would have. You also roll a dice, so your stat plus your dice roll becomes your number. So sometimes a 2 will beat a 4 because your dice roll's higher. But each thing has its own stats, or its own effects as well, as it kind of goes into here what each number does. It has, links you to the place for the updated rules. Nice little handy sheet. You can opt for the official kind of booster pack style packs. It costs a little bit more, and I didn't really care. I'm not a big sealed collector guy. I want to open my stuff, I want to play it, so I was like, well, the most accessible way to do that is the kind of bagged look that I've got with these. I'm perfectly fine with these because I'm just going to shred them open, so let's see how we do. The first thing though is this promo, which you can only get in for ordering this way. But we'll dig this guy out of here. Ooh, foil on both sides. That's exciting. I was kind of hoping it was going to be. That's one of the things that really enticed me to this game is Tim's art. The art is mind-blowing. All of the art has a really cool style. It's very consistent, but varied enough to feel vast. There's clearly a world built here. This guy is awesome. I think he's called Cursed Nebula, or it's something Nebula. But either way, a really strong card effects-wise. 6s are always good. He's a 5-star or 5-cost guy, so you can only have a certain number of these in your deck. But I can imagine he will be a worthy addition to the team. I got 2 of him because I did get 2 of the set, so excited about that. A playset in this game is, I think you're allowed to have 2 copies of a card, so that's good, but most of the time you're just running one-ofs. It might even just be that you can only have 1 of cards, so really I think you only need 1 set of stuff. It is only 1 copy of cards. I wanted 2 because I'm playing with a buddy, so anything that I can get 2 of is going to be a bonus. So take a look at the first pack here. I like that he has kind of a Cycles of Moss faced card here to still give you a little bit of that pack aesthetic. Let's get some guys out of here. It's a little bit snug. Little snug. So there are a couple of different hits within here. There's a couple cards that I really want all of them, but there's a couple I would really, really like to have. And the really big hit is the foil card called Hyper Cube, and that would be awesome to get. But there are commons, rares, etc. This is, oh cool, yeah, just a little QR code card and a quick rules reminder for what things do. That's awesome. Some tomes. I'm recording this today is September 1st. It is the first day of Sword-tember for all you artists out there. A lot of this kind of style of stuff inspired making these cards, so oh cool, this is one of the guys I wanted. I really like the art on this card. Oh, that one's awesome too. Okay, so I think it's that you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 commons, and then I think you get 1 uncommon or up. I think is how it works. My first uncommon there is the one of the things that my only gripe with this game is I do wish the cards had like their name on them. I think that would be really, really cool, but oh well. They don't really need a name per se, just for like card effectiveness sake, but just for collecting sake and being able to be like, oh, I pulled the Cursed Nebula guy or whatever. It'd be nice to just be like, oh, it's written on the card. I know what his name is. Or if you're like, I'm playing a deck, and someone's like, oh, well, do you have any advice for building a deck? I'm like, yeah, you gotta play the Pact. I know there's a card called the Pact, I really want it. But to have the Pact on the card so someone could just go grab it would be nice. Alright, so we got this. I just think it's a beautiful game to look at. It's really visually impressive. That one's cool. The scale of the world is just, it's so immense. Everything feels huge. It really feels like an interesting world to be in, like to explore. Moving along through the packs here. They are a bit of a pain to get open. Alright, so we got this. Ooh, that one's really cool. Hey, there's one of the guys I want. I love cats. Put a cat on anything and I'm gonna like it. The Pact has a cat on it as well. They're like talking like a big cat god. Ooh, a rare. That's really cool. The template on that is really nice too. The sword is neat. Right, I'm going to try something a little different here with this. I'm going to see if I can get away with just cutting off the end of this. Oh, I totally can. Awesome. Alright. That is much faster. Ooh, look at the greens on that. That looks really, really nice. Hey, here's another guy. Gotta have my cat deck. Gotta have my kitties. Oh, there it is. That's one of the rares that I really wanted. I think this card is beautiful. It's just like, it's so impressive that someone like drew that. I just think that's awesome. Blows me away. I'm no Tim, but I do a bit of drawing and art myself. So seeing art this good on a game definitely entices me to want it. I'm a big fan of independent art and sort of this kind of ethereal style. So as soon as I saw this, I was like, well, I love Triple Triad. I love independent card games. I love small print run stuff. I love this kind of art style. Why not? Why would I not want to play this? The set is fairly small too. I think it's 71 cards. Oh yeah, there's another one that I wanted. Any of these with like the steer on it or whatever too, I really like. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, there's a vibe to this that like, so it's a little bit like a combination of a couple of like video games that have come out in the last few odd years. There's like that Horizon Zero Dawn game. I absolutely loved that game, but this has a lot of that kind of vibe to it. But there's a lot of the stuff that reminds me too of like No Man's Sky and that kind of procedurally generated, like not quite real look, where it's clearly where it obviously Tim came up with these, but it almost looks like it would be hard to think of, like it something was sort of just like randomly put it together in like a series of shapes. I think that's really cool. Like this kind of thing, like just these sort of floating orbs and stuff feel very like something is just like plugging in values, and I think that's really cool. Oh, that one's awesome. Like a storm sword kind of thing. Moving right along here. But yeah, as I was saying, the set is fairly small, with only 71 cards in it, so pulling all of it is not an impossible dream by any means. I'd love to get pretty close to it, especially because you only need one of each card to have a set, essentially. So I think that would be awesome. We'll see how close we can get. I'm obviously seeing some things, I'm sure you guys are too, that I have already pulled, but it's nice that I feel like every pack I'm getting, I'm still getting stuff I've never seen before. So that's exciting. I've got a few more to go too, so I really like the art on this one. It's so different than the rest of them. I just think that one's really cool. Oh, that one's cool. Like some scissors. Oh yeah, there's like a rare I don't have. That's cool. The game was surprisingly, cheap to pick up too. I'm happy to have pre-ordered when I did. It turns out they're making a fairly small run of the game, or at least this first set anyway. There are plans, of course, to make a second one, but they're just kind of going to run with this for a little while. They're planning to run some tournaments. Oh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that one yet either. Oh, beautiful card. They're going to run some tournaments through their Discord that they've got. I will link that below in the description of the video, as well as a link to the website. As of now, there are still some packs you can buy. They didn't quite sell out of the first run, so grab them while you can. I can't promise that that will continue to be a thing. That's cool. But for now, they're still there. And assuming, I don't beat you to grabbing more of them myself, because I can absolutely see my desire to have this artsy game here, overtaking my desire to not need to buy more of it. Oh, that's cool. That's a new one too. Even for a common, like there's a common we've not gotten. There's a rare we already have. Well, that's okay, because at the end of the day, like I said, the goal is 2 of everything, so anything I have a double of is exciting. I like that the packs kind of keep alternating between blue and red side up too. I think that's awesome. Oh, one thing I didn't even check. Yeah, okay, that's the same on both. I was trying to see if like maybe the color palette like changed a little on different sides, but it doesn't. The red corners just kind of change the overall warmth of the card. Hey, look, so this is the card called the Pact, and it is the one I wanted to get. I think that art is awesome. The colors on that card are super cool. And then the blue side has a nice little vibe to it too. I love this card. One of the things I like about this game too is that the sides, so I've played a lot of Triple Triad, and the sides on these cards are a lot more consistent than Triple Triad cards, and they're also, I think, a little more balanced. Like you've got, like on that rare, it was 6600. On Triple Triad cards, it'll be like 6664 or stuff like that, and so it's just kind of like there's highs and lows. It balances out a little better. A little more risk reward kind of thing, especially because like the dice roll you can still beat a 6 as a 2. You just gotta roll really good and they gotta roll really bad. It can be done. You can roll a 6, they can roll a 1. You've got your 2 versus, or you got your 8 versus a 7. You're not out of the game yet, and that is something that Triple Triad does not have going for it. That game, one of the gripes, qualms with that game is that you sit down sometimes and your opponent just has dramatically better cards than you, and you're just like, well, I guess I just lose. There's no real coming back from that. This game alleviates a little bit of that. Ooh, that guy's cool. I don't have him yet. That one's cool. Hey, there's an uncommon we don't have. Alright. Cutting the bottom of these packs off, we are moving so much faster through these. That is really exciting. I was really worried this video was going to be like 50 minutes long. I'm just trying to open all of this. Oh, that one's cool too. I don't know if we have that. I don't think we do. It's cool. 0006. What's the 0 side again? Kingslayer. I think this 0 can beat 6s. I think that's how that one worked. What did Kingslayer do? It automatically wins a battle against 6s unless the 6 rolls a 6. So that's cool. It's kind of like the ace side in Triple Triad's real version. The hypercube that I mentioned at the beginning of the video is like, it's limited 1 in every 50 packs. I didn't get 50 packs, so my ratio isn't that I should get it, but I did get, I don't know, 25 or 30 or something. So like, I don't know, there's hope. We're not completely without hope on this one. Ooh, look at that card. It's just an uncommon, but it is beautiful. My girlfriend is not much of a card gamer. This is very much a one-sided hobby, but this is simple and engaging enough that I'm hoping that maybe I can get away with teaching her to play it. We'll see how that goes. This one's cool. I haven't talked about this. I've gotten this a lot of times, but I haven't really talked about it. It's really unique to the rest of them, but it's cool. It's almost like a spaceship. There's like the end of this it's got like some buckles and stuff. Like maybe you wear it on your wrist. Oh, maybe you do, and like that's a handle in there. I think like you put your hand like up in it and wear it like almost like a glove. That's a cool design. Oh, there's that storm sword again we were talking about. I think we got like 5 packs left, so it shouldn't be too much longer. Anyone who has stuck around this long, I appreciate you. Do the like, comment, subscribe thing, whatever YouTubers are supposed to tell you to do. Really, I just like hanging out, opening cards, talking about stuff that no one's talking about. Cycles of Moss is a small enough game. The community that follows the Discord is devoted. Tim's group has a lot of like art devoted clientele as well, and they're like a good little family going on there. But obviously it is a fairly small game at its core, and anything I can do to show off what a cool project someone has made, I'm all about. That one is awesome. We definitely don't have that card yet. That one planet looks like a basketball almost through the camera. Awesome. 6130. It's cool, like it really is cool how much different like the blues and reds, how that warmth shift will change like the whole vibe of a card. Like this one especially, from the pink side to the blue side is so much different. Like the emotion, the visual resonance, or whatever artsy critique word you would use, but it's just like that color mixed with the background like is really warm. It's really, this seems a very almost welcoming place to be, but the blue, it's very cold. This is a weird like lost part of space. I don't know, I just think it's awesome how well that works. Some of these cards just look so much different through different colored tones. This one, like here, like just flipping this one over, even with from the pink sides to the blue aura is still there. It's still, it doesn't look like an evil book, but like the pink red colors kind of give a little darker emotional state to it, whereas this one is clearly, the good book. And I just think that's really cool. It's really fascinating how that works. I'm sure that it was intentional too in the choice of color palette and things like that, knowing the artist that Tim is. I am not surprised in any way by that, but all right, let's see. We've got, 3 packs left over there. That one I haven't seen either. That's good. Yes, we are at 3 packs left. I was telling myself this video is going to be a half hour long. We're at 23:45, so I think we're going to be right at a half hour. I think I was going to be right. Yeah, this one I bet will look really cool as a blue card. I was right, it does. Some of the colors, this sword too. This one is going to pop as a blue card. Yeah, isn't that crazy how much difference that makes? Does that make a difference to anyone else? It just blows me away what that does to the image. It's just, so much more energy in it. And that one, I don't want this card to be blue. Yeah, I was right. The blue is nice. It's a nice, cool image, very peaceful. But this one is very, this one's almost somber. And I like it. This cat messing around with the red versus the blue. The blue color palette like just pops so nice with this card. This one though, for example, I don't really want this card to be blue. I was right. It didn't need to be blue. The beautiful thing is, though, it works blue. You know, it doesn't look wrong like this, but like sometimes the color just sends it. It just takes it to another level. Awesome. All right, 2 to go. Maybe we'll pull off some last pack magic in the final pack and pull that cube. Alright, let's see what we got. Oh, that one's awesome. I know we don't have that one yet. Alright, last pack. Did we get the cube? Did we do it? Did we pull it off? The world may never know. Books and swords, swords and tomes. That's what the set is called, you know. That one's really cool. It's a little honeycomb sword. I've seen this one. I mentioned this one earlier, but I just think that art is awesome. It's really, really inspired. And that's another one. I didn't really talk about this one when we saw it before, but like, there's a person going into this. You know, like this looks like it could just be a sword in the grass, but like it's like a giant like temple. It's really cool. It's like a gateway. Oh, well, no cube in our packs, but we did end it on one of the cards I wanted the most out of the set. We saw him earlier, but really wanted this guy. So I'm excited at least to say we got to the card I wanted as the final pack. It's like it was meant to be. Well, I bet with this pile of cards, I've got to be pretty close to the 70 cards that exist. As you can see, this is quite the stack. I know I will be missing at least one, but maybe we'll have pulled it off. And then, of course, I've got the SCR one at the end to go at the end of the set. Well, for now, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate you stopping by to watch me throw open some packs of this new card game. Please go check the website out at the very least. Just see what it's about. Join the Discord. Hang out with Trace. Hang out with Tim. If you are artistically inclined at all, Tim's got a ton of like art support stuff going on in the Discord too. There's people like doing drawing challenges and like helping each other get better at their art. So that's just a beautiful supportive place for that. But if you're any interest in this game at all too, there's a whole tab for it. There are going to be upcoming tournaments. Players will be starting to trade and collect back and forth as they work on getting their own sets complete. And hopefully you can still snag a couple packs off the website. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next time. This has been CCG Replay and Cycles of Moss, Swords and Tomes.